Let's go.
Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Damn it. I don't want to know good. I'm trying to do something.
We gotta party for a life.
Just give me a second.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. But for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control.
Thank you, Holly.
Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. But for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Dancing with you in my heart on this beautiful day. How about that?
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now.
At the end Well, hello. How's everyone doing? Hope you are well. Today is September 9th, 2024. It is 6:16 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, my cool cats and kittens. Hope you all are well today. It is Monday. Monday, if there's such a thing as a joyous Monday, right? Thank you all. If you guys could please hit that thumbs up button, would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank our dear Holly for gifting 5 pearl necklaces right off the bat. Thank you, sweet Holly. Really do appreciate you so very much. Let's get on down the track, I guess. Where should we go? Where should we go? Hendersonville? Nashville? Where?
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Given to the lesser fight, my body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Thank you so much, dear Holly, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our girl a big thank you. Very sweet of you, Holly. Thank you for your support. Means so much to me. Got a lot going on and absolutely nothing going on at the same time. In the Sebastian Rogers case, we are got a lot of people looking out for Sebastian. And Dog the Bounty Hunter, I guess, is somewhere around in those parts. And just kind of hoping that something will come of that. All three. Did you see Nick's tweet? Reply, all 3 parents' cooperation and polygraphs. I have not. I have not. I don't really know a lot about him. It's been a little mixed, right? I mean, it's been a little mixed. So I've just kind of been sitting back, watching, and seeing how that goes. But I there's not enough, people. I think he's might be a little okay. 1 second. I'm trying to get in my X account, but it says, hold on. 1 second. I don't understand. Okay, there we go. Okay. It just says my account has been locked. Okay. So we need a Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Why do they make these little weird puzzles for? I don't understand it. I was trying to pull up his account unlocked. Okay. Let's go to Dog the Bounty Hunter. Okay, Dwayne Chapman. And I'll look it up and we will see here. But we're going to talk about cooperation. We're going to talk about cooperation, and we're going to talk about patterns. We can independently confirm that Seth Rogers, Chris, and Katie Proudfoot have been cooperating with state and federal authorities per TBI investigation. All 3 underwent polygraph tests with TBI. They have and continue to cooperate. Now that they have, finding Sebastian should be and remain. listen, uh, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. But this is the thing. They don't know whether they passed. I mean, we know Seth passed a polygraph. We know Seth passed a polygraph, but he didn't take one from TBI. That's nothing new. They're not going. I'm sorry, but they're not going to tell this guy nothing. Now, they're not going to tell Dog even anything. He works separately. So, I mean, he's not. There are no insiders when it comes to TBI, FBI, or anything like that. Um, I don't believe that Seth doing a poly and passing. Yeah, I don't. No, no. Thank you, Rebecca. I don't believe it either. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't believe anything. Um, if someone says they're talking to TBI or FBI or anything like that, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't ever believe something like that. Uh, yeah, I mean, there are ways to pass polygraphs. We've actually done an entire live uh on that, right? But we, like I told you the other day, cooperation does not mean giving up your rights, right? You can be cooperating and not speak. They cannot use that against you because that is your right. That does You don't speak and you can still be cooperating. Cooperating is, asking. They can ask you to do something as long as it doesn't they can ask you to talk, but if you don't talk, that doesn't mean you're not cooperating, right? Um because that is your Fifth Amendment right. Oh, thank you, Gal. Appreciate you. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Teresa. If you got a headache, get checked. Get checked. The Rona is a going around. I'm telling you, it's bad, really bad right now. Law enforcement can dance around the truth also. Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Looking into this actually, and especially TBI. Someone made this. It's funny you said that. Somebody made this in the Sebastian Rogers group on, is it Blurry, on Reddit, and it says, for those who believe police never clear anyone. Well, in missing children's cases, they rarely ever clear anyone. But in the Holly Bobo case, which is from Tennessee, um the there was Holly's family insisted that law enforcement had told them that her brother Clint had been cleared. Law enforcement denied this when asking by reporters during an interview, stating no one has been cleared. However, during the trial, we found out that Holly's family was telling the truth, that Clint had actually been cleared, even though. Now, Alexis, I don't know, she's a singer, reporter, Radar Online, Whitney, the cousin, the country music singer, she said she had adamantly said that her brother had been cleared. We have not developed any type of tunnel vision. No one has been cleared, no matter what their relationship with Holly may be. They give very much mixed signals, the TBI does at times, and it's extremely frustrating. We don't know what drugs they do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if this is the thing, if you took a polygraph for TBI, there's no reason you shouldn't have taken one for Nancy Grace, especially when you said name the time and place. And at that point, you was saying that you know, passed, passed, passed. No, doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me at all, actually. Um, there's just too much there. There is just too much there. And going over the patterns that we have been recently speaking about. Remember when I said Mr. Foot just likes to throw everything out? Doesn't matter. He will throw it out. I was listening to Nina's interview that she did with Trevor Lee. And when I heard something she said, I was just like, that's it. That's it. Because I'd only listened to Nina's interview like once. There is no way he took a polygraph, but they can't tell us that they didn't because it's right there. But they can't tell us they didn't because it's right there. I mean, Katie may have, but you are not obligated to ever take a polygraph, right? Now, if you decline a polygraph, again, it can't go against you in any way, shape, or form, but it is going to perk the ears up of investigators, right? Why? Why not take one for Nancy? There would be no reason. Now, from what I recall, allegedly, Mr. Foote said that TBI may have not recommended, allegedly, him taking one. It would have, as Mr. Foote would say, no bearing on any part of the investigation. It was just for Nancy. So why wouldn't you take a polygraph? Why not? Doesn't make any sense. He doesn't take any requests from women. Hey, Bogey, good to see you. They should make the. Well, I don't know if they've made them, but I do know that they have been. They have searched their properties and all of that. Now, think about that. Have they searched any other family members' properties? Have they searched any of Katie's properties, family's properties several times? Yeah, I think her court is tomorrow, if you mean Betty. Yeah, her court is tomorrow. What do y'all think's going to happen tomorrow? You think she's going to get in trouble? Do you think it's going to be just the charges will be whose drone was down? I don't know what you mean, Lisa. I never heard anything like that. Oh, Bogey, thank you, my dear. Thank you, sweetsies. Appreciate you. Thank you, my love. Let me see this again. In my opinion, case dismissed. No trouble dropped. You think she's going to jail? CJ says. Drop dismissed. She'll be okay. I definitely take one. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know she has a really good attorney for that area, but it's up to the judge. It is up to the judge. It's not what anyone hopes or wishes. It is what the judge wants. But we will be covering it for sure. I need to try to figure out some stuff. It should be required for law enforcement to do all polygraphs on all involved. Well, you know, it's I don't think they could ever do that because you have, your rights, and you have the right to, even if you're, you know, guilty of something but not yet tried, you're innocent until proven guilty, but you have the right to defend yourself. And that, I don't know, we'll just have to see. See if he comes across as a type of person who thinks if he says it, people must believe it. It's Nani, that is so true. That is so true. That is exactly what I believe he is. Absolutely. Now let's I want to show you something here. By the way, there was an Amber Alert. I was going to go live about this. There was an Amber Alert in Idaho earlier. The little girl was found with this non-related family member. He was taking this child artifact hunting. It's really weird to me. I hope they found the child, but I just don't feel right about it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with that. I was trying to do a poll, but YouTube is acting really weird right now, I guess. It's not wanting to load. I don't get it. Let me see if I can do it like this. Okay, I'll do it in a minute. But I wanted to show you something. What Nina said. And I want to cover some of this because I think it's very interesting. Was it this one or was it this one? Let me find the video. I can't remember which video it's on. Yeah, artifact hunting. Who takes a 3-year-old artifact hunt? Oh, I want to show you this before I do that. Guys, look at this photo. Look at these photos of Elijah Vu. Oh my God. My heart. I've never seen these photos of him. Look at him. Look at this. Oh my God. Isn't he so precious? How does someone hurt this baby? They need a special DP for these two, in my opinion. Look at this. Look at him. He is so adorable. And now he was ripped away. Amen. Keep it simple. Amen. She ran hands across. Smack Talker, it shows like when she's doing this, it's a subconscious is what it is. Okay, let me show you this. What Nina was saying here.
Custody for almost.
Let me see if I can find it.
Like
7
a normal childhood should feel like, because they were exposed to all this when a child.
7
a
next.
normal childhood should feel like.
Let me find it here.
Chris, I feel like I was robbed of my childhood. I feel like I was robbed of my childhood because of Chris.
Sorry, I fast forwarded, but this is Nina with her speaking about her children, is saying that they feel like their childhood was robbed because of Mr. Foot. Okay. Now think about that. Think about that. Listen to this.
Because of everything that he's done.
Sad, man.
I've had to
Because of everything he's
grow
done.
up so quick to protect my siblings. And you protecting us and always living in fear. Being called to the office and wondering if Child Protective Services was there. She's 15 now and still hates to go to the office.
This has long scarred her. But this is not what I wanted to show you. It's coming up here in just a minute. It's about the putting the life back together so simply, and how he moves on and gets rid of things so quickly.
Because of everything that he's done and his family has.
These kids go through so. When we did fire these fresh, we.
I feel helpless because I can't. I feel like I can't protect them enough, and I wish there was more that I can do.
I agree. Kat.
We're still living in.
I mean, if you don't believe Nina, something is wrong with you. Like, this
nightmare.
woman has been through it.
We're
She
still
has
going to
been through
court.
this.
He still complains about everything when it's not his way.
Listen,
That's it. When it's not his way, it's not.
He used Child Protective Service on me because of the divorce, to get my children taken away from me. He has a friend that works at Albuquerque Police Department as well. That I don't know if he still keeps in contact with him. I believe so.
Excuse me.
He was told to do a welfare check on us one night, but he didn't take the call, probably because he knew both of us. I mean, I don't know, and I don't know how that would have been used against him either, I guess. I mean, maybe he was worried about that. Just, he's been filing for full custody, Christopher, for about a year to 2 years now, if I recall.
exactly.
A lot of this stuff is just,
Thank you, Rebecca.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Watch this.
Okay, guys.
Well, maybe.
Doing for going long to 20th.
Oh, damn it.
Karen messages prayer.
Maybe it wasn't this one. I'm sorry, guys. It might have been the other one. 1 second. Okay. This had to be it. No, it wasn't it. Okay, it's the one. Oh, I think I've got multiple ones open. Maybe that's why. Well, bubbles. Okay. Here it is. It is this one. Maybe it's this one.
Of that, he really never wanted
That
Faith
as
to
well.
be Native American.
Something's up with that 911 call.
Mexican American to be his way or nobody.
Okay, here we go.
And the parenting plans, it had to
Here it
be
is.
his way or nobody's way. He had to have the last word, and this is what he wanted, and his attorney made sure that's exactly what he got.
His way or no way. His way or no way. Definitely.
A lot of times I gave in because I wanted it to be over.
Yes.
I didn't want to have
Here it is.
to or have somebody dictate what I can and can't do. I mean, I've been a mother for an X amount of years at this time, and it wasn't like, I'm new to all this. But everything had always had to have been Christopher's way.
Huh.
And even though I gave him what he wanted, it was something different. Oh, Faith can't wear leggings, or just the stupidest things, or
I think he feels like he is above everyone else. Like it's his is the supreme word. This narcissist. For sure.
It was dumb. I can't even recall how many hearings I went to with Christopher. It's been horrible.
Oh wow.
So at this point in time,
this is still happening, folks.
I didn't really agree to the parenting plan. I didn't like it, but I signed it anyways, just because I wanted it to be over with. The divorce was finally final. And he was still stationed, I believe, in San Diego at this point in time.
Listen.
He was, if I'm correct, he was already living with Katie when we were still married.
Oh, how about that? Survey says you were. Survey says you definitely were, in my opinion. A wop ba loo bop, a wop bam boom. Not only that, they were allegedly during the horizontal polka even before, even while these two were married. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We were going through the divorce, but he had moved in with her. And I was pretty.
Oh, he had already moved in with her. Now listen to what she says next. Right? Homewrecker. She's homewrecker, Katie.
Surprised how fast he moved on with his life.
Listen to that again.
And I was pretty surprised how fast he moved on with his life. We never mattered. Like, Faith was like, he never had a family. But
surprised how fast he moved on. This was his wife, not that that mattered, and his child. Right? Yeah. She came in like a wrecking ball. Do I have my wrecking ball? Thank you so much, sweet Holly. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate you. Yes. Him and that crane. I'm telling you. Tell you. Her divorce from Seth was from 2019. Faith was born in 2017. Let that sink in. Survey says correct. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. But she's like, I'm surprised how. But listen to what
But I
she
should
says.
have known,
Listen to this.
like, he never had a family. But I should have known that as well prior to the marriages before me, like how he just moved on so quickly with his life. So
How he moved on so quickly.
he would take Faith out there when
I mean, with everything that's going on, and hold on, when one is think there's been.
Katie and them would be living the like for
Now
2
listen to
weeks
this.
or a week, and Katie and them would be living the family life. I at the time did not know Sebastian or Katie. I would just see Katie through FaceTime where she would be doing something in the background. And I would ask Christopher, like, I would tell him, I can't believe you've moved on with your life so quick.
Yes.
Like who does that?
Listen.
Or I would tell him, I can't believe you've.
Listen to this.
I would tell him, I can't believe you've moved on with your life so quick. Like who does that?
Chris. Like, I can't believe how you moved on with your life so quick. I mean, who does that? Right? Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, my dear. Nina was the real winner. She got rid of the loser. Yeah. Survey says that's the number one answer on the board. Yes. 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 Every cheater ever. Yes. I can't believe you got on with your life so quick. I mean, who does that? Maybe 5 times married, I would say maybe
Yes.
getting close to 6.
Back and forth we would be going, with Faith.
Listen to this.
And I finally moved on with my life. But Christopher had made a statement the other night on one of the interviews, the podcasts that he was doing, and I didn't like the way he said this. How he didn't. He called Nina moved in with a man. Like he knows this person's name.
So he moved in while, Nina was single, after she got divorced and but he moved right in with KK, right? Married, shacked up, got on with it. And she's like, I can't believe how you did that. But when Nina got with her, I guess now husband, it was, I can't believe she moved in with this man. And Mr. Foote knew exactly who he was. Breezy. Thank you, my sweet, sweet nothing. Play it, Justin Homewrecker. Homewrecker. Survey says yes, she is. Yep. Yep. Double standards. Yep. Double standards in a double bed, in a double wide. Let's go. Sorry. I just needed to use another double word.
And he deserves to be called his name, not the man. And remind you, I've known Wayne for over 3.5 years. He was my client before.
Yes. The divorce rate for third marriages is over 70%. There aren't even statistics for fifth marriages. How old was CP and Nina when they married? Don't know. I mean, well, let's see here. He was probably in his what, early 30s, mid 30s.
We even got exclusive, like being in a relationship before we even moved in together. He
Listen to
even for
this.
over 3.5 years. He
Listen
was
to that again.
Wayne for over 3.5 years to be called
Okay.
his name, not the man. And remind you, I've known Wayne for over 3.5 years. He was my client before we even got exclusive, like being in a relationship, before we even moved in together. He knew I had children. I mean, just so for him to sit there and say that,
Me too.
he basically made it sound like he didn't know this person. He does. So here we are.
3.5 years.
Phase 6. I'm still living in this nightmare that he's created.
Listen to this.
We live in fear every single day. We're constantly watching over our backs.
Maybe 9:59.
My kids don't even know what a normal childhood should feel like, because they
Listen
were
to that.
exposed to all this at a very young age.
Listen to this.
The awful things that other people could do.
The body that was in the awful things people can do. Just unbelievable. This poor woman.
His daughter said it best.
Listen to this.
My oldest daughter said it best. She said, "Mom,
I'm working on it, Deborah.
I feel like I was robbed of my childhood because of Chris."
Nina is beautiful.
Because of everything that he's done. I've had to grow up so quick to protect my siblings. And you protecting us and always living in fear. Being called to the office and wondering if Child Protective Services was there.
Guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. We're at 2 hours. That was just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. People trying to even say she was not being honest. Let me tell you something. I've never believed an interview more than hers. I'll tell you that. That is exactly right. A path of destruction everywhere he goes. And in my opinion, if it wasn't for that one right there, the foot, Sebastian would not be missing today, in my opinion. I believe whatever happened, I believe it is because of one person and only one person. I can't believe she was ever with CP either, to be honest with you. I mean, look how beautiful and just like intelligent and kind, Nina is. And then you got like Katie, which maybe, you know, I just think she has let Mr. Foot take her soul almost. Like that's what it feels like. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, what's that? What's that cheap spray like you spray on you? Like you can get it at Walmart. It's in like a colored bottle. You can get it like with sunflowers or cucumber melon, or I love cucumber melon though, but um it's like the cheap bottles of spray. It's like a big body spray. Um like when I think of KK, I think of her just she's clean, but she just I can just smell that all over her. I don't know. It's like it's not bodycology, but it's something else. It's kind of like bodycology, I think, but it's not Calgon. Maybe it's Calgon. Maybe it's Calgon. Body fantasies. That's it. That's what I think of. That's what I think of when I think Kate. I'm like, that's it. That's her. I think I do too. I believe it might be Calgon or it's Body Fantasies, one or the other. It's one or the other. I think of a snake when I think of KP. Well, I understand. I understand. What I was looking for was this right here. I can find it probably in just a second, but because it goes on right here.
So then I said, by law, I said I have to contact my attorney, and I said I'm going to email him as soon as I get off the phone with you, and I'm going to tell him that there's a missing child. And I had stayed on me.
I need the continuation of that. That's what I need the continuation of. Mothballs. Yeah, can't go wrong with mothballs, right? Ugh. That's like the worst scent ever. That keeps humans away, let alone anything else. Right? All right, let's find it. I think that's important. Let me see if I can find it here. What part is this? Was this That's the 50-minute one. Okay, might have been here. I want to hear that right there again. Can It's so nasty.
Made me feel awful about myself.
Should be better.
And saying all these things in front of these people that weren't even true. It wasn't even true. And then it came to my attorney talking. And at that point in time, I was just like, gosh, like, oh God, please let a miracle. Just like, let this just be over with.
Now, remember, they have been, in.
What'd you say? Remember the text message Nina seen on his phone? Then he tries to say his boss was not into men when it was Katie. Yeah. 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 It's still, he can't admit what it really was, right? Little Red, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Is it, or was that yesterday? Is it today or tomorrow? Want a legal document to get F for the summer. I mean, custody. One second. I want to find that part where she talks about talking to him that
It was
day.
premeditated. You knew exactly what you and your family were doing. You brought this woman out here with her children, and you guys knew exactly.
Hold on one second.
I don't. There we gotta go. So we went to the sheriff's department. For help. He said, "Lucky I wasn't there." So then we drove all the way home. Well,
This
days
woman's
goes
been through hell.
by.
Been through absolute hell.
To take Faith out there.
Hey guys, I want to ask emergency personnel through. Oh, listen to this. That is our neighbor and listen to this. This is. Hey guys, I want to show y'all something real quick. We'll go back to that. But I just want to show you something. A neighbor posted this. JC, thank you so very much, my friend. Really do appreciate you. Drop it here. You get two of me. Laura Lodge. I am posting anonymously because I am a neighbor and would like to protect myself and my family. Okay? Just listen. Our neighborhood has already been through a lot since Sebastian was reported missing. Neighbors harassed. I do not want to create more drama. However, I do think it is important to correct misinformation that is being said. I need to set the record straight on something I keep hearing over and over again that is about to make me scream. The BS that Chris said he called SCSO instead of 911 because this is a neighbor. I know which neighbor it is. It's probably not the one y'all were thinking, but this is a neighbor who put this out a while back about Mr. Foote calling the non-911 phone number of where we live is
Doesn't make
just
sense.
that. It's absolutely ridiculous. He claims that because we live in a county and not in city limits, it's easier to call SCSO at Sumner County office. So he would get transferred all over the place. Shake my head. You cannot reach an emergency personnel through the SCSO number. It tells you on the automated system that if you have an emergency, you must hang up and dial 911. The only person you will get if you stay on the line waiting for someone to pick up is a non-emergency dispatcher. If, all caps, that dispatcher finds out you are calling for an emergency, the dispatcher will tell you to hang up and dial 911, or they will transfer you to 911. And that is exactly what they did. That is exactly what they did. Mr. Foote called there, and they transferred them to 911, in my opinion. I do believe this is recorded 1,000%. I have called this number. In fact, I've got the recording. I've played it for you guys where it says, "You have reached the Sumner County Sheriff's Department," or whatever. "If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. You know, most people could understand that. You don't call, emergencies 911. That is made to be standard all around this country. It doesn't matter where you are. You call 911. But little Kadrika, she was only able to call Mr. Foot and say, I can't find him. What do you mean you can't find him? He's not in the house, is what she said. But while that, she was able to, start the car, back up, open the garage door, and fly down the road. Does that even sit right with you? Does that alone sit right with your soul? Does that feel right? Because it doesn't to me. Emergency dispatch. If he is saying he didn't want to waste time being transferred, yet that's exactly what would happen if you call SCSO for an emergency. They transfer you or ask you to hang up and dial 911 so an emergency dispatcher can receive your call and dispatch emergency personnel that is closest to you at that point. The fastest approach would have been for her, meaning Katie, to call 911 as soon as she realized Sebastian is gone. I've had to call 911 after hitting a deer. It literally took me maybe 5 to 8 minutes for emergency personnel to get to me. Um, one second. I can't see what this says. To call 911, to call the non-emergency line, you cannot. Oh, this is interesting. Reach 911. This is interesting. I'll read it to you guys, and this something I found. Something. I pray that never happens. I would call my husband first to let him know that I know for a fact that he would tell me to hang up and call 911, even if I were hysterical, because I'm the one in the area and the one that they can trace my calls directly to my house if I'm unable to talk. This frustrates me so much. He's lying about this phone call. Like Don and Can calling the and in the
Was Mexican American and also Native American, but he hated the fact that, and he still hates the fact that Faith is part.
Okay. I want to find that part where she does anyone know the timestamp?
It'd
But
be too hard for her to
I
travel.
want to read y'all something because someone just sent this to me. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Um, who reported? Like, who wrote this though? Election Fairness Institute, Scottsdale, Arizona. The Election Fairness Institute. Okay. Uh, this is the fuel driving the takedown. Okay, one second. Over the last several months, our investigation has also made a connection between S trafficking and in the highly placed. Oh, it says highly placed political figures and media personalities, including well-known Scripps Media Company reporter in the Nashville area and law enforcement agents, with the level of corruption that runs vertically from perpetrators to the Tennessee Attorney General and Inspector General. Okay. A sir. I think this is coming from. I don't know if I want to read this or not. I think this might be coming from that I think that's coming from that what's that what's that place we was looking into the other day that's close to Hendersonville? No, what was it called? I can't remember. They were just investigating Millersville. There you go. I think that's coming from Millersville because that sounds a little out there, though, maybe. I'll have to read more on it, though. I'll have to read more on it. All right. Now, I want to. Yeah, it just seems a little. I'll have to kind of just look it up a little bit. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. Yeah, because I don't know the way that they when they were speaking about that the other day about the TBI was sorry, I was looking at something. What if Chris straight up called his buddy in the sheriff's department and just told everyone he did otherwise? I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Anything is possible. Right? Anything is possible. I want to go to Silver on the Scene. Make sure y'all are subbed up. Link is in the description. Silver is amazing. A really good person. Hasn't that deputy been replaced until voting? Niece, I think they were there the other day, so I don't know if they've been replaced or not. I haven't been keeping up on the story, to be honest, the last couple days. My niece didn't live on tribal land and was still under their protection. Only Native American people, family, or tribe had power or custody. Yeah, Silver's great. Oops, hold on.
To everyone, it is Friday, September 6th. Sebastian Rogers is involved, and he has raised that reward to $100,000. It's very exciting. Way to go, dog.
1 second.
Autistic. This is what your dishwasher looks like
God.
after 1 year.
Jesus, take the wheel. 1 second.
Raise that reward to 100. And 333. Does Yogi even care? Let's jump right into it. Let's get going. Here we go.
Does Yogi even
Here
care?
we go, folks. Hope everyone's doing great. We've got to talk about these three things here, and we've got to find Sebastian Rogers. Missing teen. Take a look at the new flyer. So we've had one flyer we've been using for 6 months. FBI comes out with their flyer and $50,000 reward. And now we've got the flyer that has everything on it, right? I'm loving the 6 photos. Okay. I'm loving missing teen.
This is like the best flyer I have seen. I don't know who made it, but whoever did, amazing. Because it's got information, it's got everything. Right? It's got more in-depth information. Oh, Deborah, the ads are getting I even get ads now and I pay for no ads. It's crazy.
I'm loving Sebastian Rogers' name up there. Very, very good flyer. Way to go, dog, right? Have you seen me? Sebastian Rogers, 15-year-old, autistic teenager, missing from his home, gone from his home, Hendersonville, Tennessee, 193 days, 6.5 months. Have you seen me? $100,000 reward, right?
At night.
$100,000 reward. Dog has gotten involved, and we know that why he's the dog is because when he latches on, he will not let go until this is our effort. Tips at man.
I don't know why people are giving dogs such a hard time. Like, I don't get it. Dogs people created that flyer. Well, they did a really good job. They did a really good job. Um, I mean, what's wrong with other people helping? What's wrong with other people helping? It's yeah, Misty. It's just drama. Like, stop. Why wouldn't you be happy? Like, you know, a celebrity bounty hunter, like world renowned, is helping out. I don't get it. I really don't get it at all. You know. Thank you, Drew, my darling. Thank you so much. Well, Jen, yeah, I mean, it's so easy to criticize. It's so easy to come up here and, sit behind one of these and just like yell, right? But God bless anyone who is out there searching. God bless Silver. God bless anyone helping. Missy, I really don't know much about that, but it doesn't really surprise me. It has to be. It has to be nothing but for clicks and views. It really does. And I hate saying that word clicks and views because so many people use it. Uh yeah, I would appreciate any and all help. Any and all help. And so the question is, you know, if not us, right? If not the people who are really in it for keeping Sebastian's name out there, especially if not for Seth, right? For over, then who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Bounty hunters keep you safe. Yes. Yeah. If anybody wants to call in, phone lines are open. You can call in as well. We want a chicken party, guys. Any renew exactly. And I just don't understand. Seth in here? Hey Seth. It is so easy to be evil. It is. It is. But we're not gonna do that. That's not us. Maybe the drama squad are being paid. I wonder, RT. I wonder. I wonder. I truly do. Thank you, my dear. I usually don't think something like that, but I love it. Thank you, Truth. In my opinion, they are giving Dog a hard time because there are people who do not want Sebastian found, and Dog has made that harder. Plus, he cannot be intimidated to stop looking. Oh, thank you for thank you for that, True Sleuth. I want to show you that actually. Little what Dog said. Let me show you. Clutch.
Hey, are we clutching those pearls
We're
today?
clutching, girl. We're clutching.
All right. I just have a few points I've written down.
Sure.
I want to quickly cover.
Sure.
One of, obviously we know he had to call CP Mr. Chris.
Yes, Mr. Chris.
And
yes.
now finding out that Katie bought all of his food, to me, as a step parent, to go to the degree of refusing to even provide nutrition to a child is so telling of how much disdain and dislike he had for this poor kid, in my opinion.
I don't think he liked any. I mean, this man, according to Nina, he was giving out a child's bed that wasn't his child, right?
Exactly. But I mean,
and wasn't
I
there
was
hold on,
remarried.
wasn't there a mattress box at the end of the road after Sebastian went missing or
That's
something?
what I had heard.
No.
And somebody, I think, said
No.
didn't somebody say the garage door had been opened and they could see the mattress in the garage?
Guys,
I'm pretty certain neighbors said they saw the mattress
no.
and the door was
Chris
open.
said his sister brought a mattress in.
Oh wait, he said a friend, I thought.
He told me his sister or something.
I pretty certain he said a friend had given them a mattress. That would be interesting to find out right there.
Because he was getting rid of Nina's. It was his sister, he told me. He told us, yeah.
Okay, I could be, it's been a while. But the point that he went as far as to say he would not provide that child food, that shows a whole different depth of cravat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Depravity. And, I mean, I remarried. I had 2 children that were special needs, 4 and 9 at the time. And I left because I needed to put a lot of distance between him and I for what he was doing to my kids.
Right.
And I ended up remarrying, and the man that I remarried adopted my children. And the reason he adopted them was to assure that if him and I ever divorced, he would not be taken from these children. Right. And that's, to me, how a step-parent should ask. I mean, my husband gave up so much to provide for those boys. You know, it was crazy. And for him to have a good job and say he won't feed them, that just hit me hard. The other thing that's bothering me quite a bit.
It was like the junk. It was like the junk stuff, you know. But still, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know it was just the junk food, but that's good to know. That does make you feel a little better that it wasn't every piece of anything.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me that little scrap.
Yeah. Still, it doesn't matter.
One other thing I've been thinking about between silver and I think there's another one that travels around, is that they're going to all these campgrounds out of state where they have supposedly stayed or had been staying, and yet nobody's aware of this child missing. Why did Hendersonville not contact every outlying area where they may have been? Why was this dropped by law enforcement to not send a fax through to other counties saying, hey, this man has camped in your area, his stepson is missing? You know, it's suspect. We need to find out. Why was none of that done by law enforcement?
I don't know.
It kind of brings me back to, I think he called a friend, and I do think there was, in my opinion, possibly some dirty law enforcement, and I think the FBI is going to shake that loose, if it was. But everywhere else should have been, notified. I mean, hey, we have somebody that's been staying in this area, 8 months. St. Jude area should have been notified. Everything around that area should have been notified by law enforcement.
Exactly.
Okay, one other thing. We were watching an interview the past, I don't know, maybe it was like 4 days ago with you, and you were replaying one, and DP made the comment about a report from CPS, and he said regarding his daughter that he only one that I know of. That makes me think there's more, and he's playing it down.
Say that again.
He said regarding the CPS report regarding his daughter, there's only one CPS report regarding my daughter that I know of. That, the way he said it, and the way he's been speaking, that sounds shady just because we know how he does with his words. And I didn't really, that was kind of a little bit off-putting. And I'm really hoping that the FBI are putting together a huge circumstantial case, and they call them both in, or some of the closer family members in, and show them what they have, and say everybody's getting charged, and whoever wants to talk will get the easiest. And I'm hoping that's how we're going to get this guy back.
Me too.
Because I think Chris will sing like a bird if it came down to him or jail.
Well, he has no
That's
loyalty.
my opinion.
He has no loyalty toward
He's
anyone.
a very weak man. He's a very weak man, and that's why he's narcissistic the way he is. And it's part of that whole syndrome, as far as I'm concerned, because I have dealt with a narcissistic parent. And he's very classic. And when people say, "How can he move on so fast?" Just a little tidbit from being raised by somebody like that. They generally have somebody else in place
before,
because they can't go without a supply of people to use. That's how they operate.
Yep.
They need a supply, and that's just okay. The last thing, and then I'm going to let you go. And by the way, congratulations on finding out about that light. I've been going nuts about it.
Oh yes, you kept asking about that for sure. Yeah.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm still trying to get out the answer about the campers. But okay, we have heard a rumor about the trash can being extra heavy that night. What would it take for us to find out what did that trash can weigh? What were the average weights of their trash in the past? I mean, to me, that seems pretty significant since it's been flying around in the suspected facts that it was heavy. So I would really like to find out if there would be any way to get that information.
Yeah.
But that's really all I have for each day. But one thing, just a suggestion, maybe the chicken dance when we have our chicken parties, the chicken dance song. Maybe we could play a little bit of chicken dance every now and then for them. And please do not teach any of your little chickens to say Chris or Katie, because it will make me go crazy.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, if we could get the information on that trash, that would be great. So I don't know how to go about it, but maybe you or somebody does.
It would be hard. It'd be very hard.
I know, but it's just one of those thoughts that have stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And as far as her saying she searched in 1 minute, I had one of my kids go missing, and it took me about 5 to 7 minutes to get through my entire house thoroughly and my yard.
Yeah, because you double check everything at least.
And it was like 5 a.m. He snuck out to be with a buddy. I caught him. But every light in my house was on. And for her not to have that house lit up, if she was really, truly searching, that shows something too. And the fact that, like you said, his bedroom light never came on. How could she see in his bathroom? How could she see in his closets? How could she see under his bed?
Right.
So that's so significant. And then the fact that the rest of the house wasn't also lit up. I think they're scared right now, whoever did this.
Oh, I agree.
Allegedly.
I agree. I believe whoever did this is
now,
scared. They're watching everything.
Yeah, and the other day when you said we're asking about the light and you weren't getting an answer, when you got that answer, I thought somebody's starting to really get scared because there's enough small inconsistencies to build a case, I think.
People are frustrated. They're frustrated. We
have to be patient because we can't let them mess us up.
Right.
But I do think the FBI is going to get enough together and get somebody to flip. I'm praying that's what's going to happen.
I pray.
I think if they could show the evidence to show that they could get a circumstantial case, they could get it.
Let's pray.
Anyhow,
let's pray.
I appreciate you very much, Justin. And
thank you, my dear.
Doing what you're doing, and may you be blessed of the Lord as always.
You as well. Thank you, my friend.
Yep.
Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye. Great caller. Mohawk, was it on Nancy Grace's where Chris talks about the mattress. I just think it's interesting how Nina states,
Kathy Kincaid.
"Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
How are you doing?"
Is this Justin?
This is, yes.
I have two really quick things, and I'm thankful that Seth is on because one of my questions is that he mentioned once in an interview, and it's been mentioned exactly twice now, that they were from Baxter Springs, Kansas, him and Katie. And Seth's mother grew up in Parsons, which is 25 minutes away.
Uh-huh.
If I was going to just take a package somewhere that you might want to visit, if Katie had family in Baxter, that would have been a perfect place to put it.
Baxter
Springs, Kansas. You can verify that with Seth. It's been mentioned twice. I live in the area. That's why I was questioning it. And the other thing, in my opinion, Katie made that dash that she said to the school the next morning was to unjam the cameras.
I don't know. Maybe.
Once they're jammed, they have to be unjammed. And she had to do that before the cops would want video from them.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not convinced about the jammers yet. I know that another creator is saying that a lot of cameras were fried. I have not been able to verify that personally. I'm not saying it's not true. I just have not been able to verify that. I do think it's interesting how it happened on the one camera that we see. Was it jammed apparently on, I think it was Friday at 3:11 a.m. and didn't allegedly unjam until
right.
I can't remember.
And that's Katie's forte in the Navy was communications.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So, but if you would ask Seth if Katie still had family in Baxter,
okay,
that might be helpful because it's only a 6-hour drive from Memphis to Baxter.
Right.
So, and that's during the day in traffic. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you.
All right.
Bye-bye. Also, the wording, "he's not in the house," does not sound right. When recalling a conversation might go, "I called my hubby, said, hey, I cannot find Sebastian. I'm looking everywhere. He tried." Yeah, he's not in the house. He's not in the house. I don't know. It's just weird. The time was off on the camera. Yeah, it's not that the camera quit working. It was the timer. So I'm still not convinced about it, but it's possible. Did they leave because dog is in town? I don't know. I don't know where they're at right now. Well, I mean, they'll have to be there tomorrow, won't they? Yes. Yeah. I guess I should go pee before problems occur. Yes, probably, Jen. I would recommend that. Tomorrow's court is what, 10 o'clock? I don't know. I just think it's very interesting how Nina mentioned, and I just gathered these two together, how she mentioned Mr. Foot was throwing away or giving away her son's bed. Now think about that, how demented you have to be to get rid of a child's bed. Right? That's kind of crazy. And then we hear all these things going on with the bed in the Foot home. Would a mother start screaming, "Oh my God, I can't find my baby," instead of him? She really distanced herself with any emotion toward or feelings toward. Well, they don't. If you'll notice, they don't say Sebastian that much, right? They don't use him as in his name. System failure started on September. I remember when the systems failed because I didn't have a phone for hours. That's awesome, Aries. I am Darth Vader today in honor of Darth Vader. I wonder, but I want to find. I can't remember what Nancy said about the bed, the mattress. Does anyone remember where it was? I can find it. Just one second. Here, let me see here. Here, I'll find the timestamp. Just give me a second. Oops, wrong one. Was it mattress? Bed. Okay. Oh, not with the slash. Sorry. Home that night around 9 p.m. It's okay. Let me see if I can find it. Ever gone over Sebastian's went missing? I understand you were not at home. Do you two sleep in the same bedroom? Yes, ma'am. It was a 3-bedroom. Maybe it was like 540. Let me look at this. See what they say about this bed.
You said you were working there. Are you no longer working there?
Right now, that's up in the air.
Furniture, okay.
Well, you've been gone ever since Sebastian went missing. So I understand. When you are home, do you two sleep in the same bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Is this a 3-bedroom home?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your room as it relates to Sebastian's room?
It's on the opposite end of the house.
I don't think she heard
the master bedroom on one side, and the other 2 bedrooms are on the other side of the house.
Hey, K-Mac.
Okay, so
I believe the thud. I believe the thud personally. Definitely believe the thud. Would that outrage have done? Would that outrage? No, I don't think so. I don't think it would. I mean, I don't think it would have affected the cameras. No, not at all. I wouldn't think so.
your master bedroom is on one side of the house and Sebastian's room is on the other side of the house. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you have a 3rd bedroom that I believe
When Brandy
keep for your other daughter. Is
Brandy, did this recently happen? Am I too loud, guys? I forgot to turn my microphone down. She added the thud after a couple of interviews. That is true, but listen, according to the neighbor she spoke to, she said she heard something in the room, like a sound. That was, yeah, I believe someone said Chris lost his job. Is that recently?
She fled to New Mexico. 2 days later, she files one
I
in
think it's right here.
retaliation.
Oh, in this interview. Okay, gotcha.
Is it still in place?
So not.
No, ma'am. That was dropped
okay.
within, I think, 2 weeks of it being put in place.
I think it's right here.
I've got a question about the belt incident. You're telling me that was the only time that you ever hit Sebastian with a belt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also telling me that did not make it to CPS?
No, ma'am, that did not.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Regarding Faith's furniture.
Okay, here it is.
A few days after Sebastian goes missing, did you replace furniture in Faith's room?
No, ma'am, I have not replaced any furniture in my daughter's room.
Is there any new furniture in the home?
Yes, ma'am, there's a bed that was given to me and it's currently in my garage.
Okay, he mentions it here somewhere else too. He mentions his sister giving it to him in another interview. I know that. I heard it with my own ears. But there has also been some, not interviews, but conversations deleted or privated. There's the gifted bed comment. Huh. In my opinion, for someone to be person at CP, according to Chris, he's got lots of friends with clout.
Has anything been taken?
I wouldn't go
taken out of the home?
No, ma'am.
I was.
What's interesting is if someone said, you know, did you get new furniture in the house a few days after Sebastian went missing or in Faith's room? And he's like, no. Did you get any new furniture at all? And he goes directly to the garage thing. I don't know. That's just, I don't know how that dude could have lots of friends. Me either.
Curious about a statement that Miss Proudfoot made earlier that canine dogs hit on the barn around the home and near a retention pond. Did that happen?
I'm not sure about the barn, but the retention pond, yes.
Because law enforcement says the dogs did not hit. But Miss Proudfoot says they did hit around the retention pond.
So there's been a lot of miscommunication in regards to what is and what is not. To help clear that up, law enforcement has actually spoken directly with me, showed me a few things. What I can tell you is from day one, there was 5 dogs that started the scent for the search. And then after that, from the next 8 days out from that, there have been dogs from all over the country that have come in and done searches and had scent hits in various locations. But I
scent hits of what? What did they hit? What did they hit? Scent hits. You see, he doesn't say scent hits of Sebastian. Look how red his face got. Yes. Yep. There have been scent hits. Well, then, if it's not of Sebastian, what is it, Mr. Foot? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to show y'all, guys. let me show you that. I forgot to show you that. We'll come back to this in just a second, but I was going to show you all that earlier. Dog said, "All you trolls and bullies, my word for you is skunks. Because you stink to high heavens. The only reason you skunks would be doing this to a poor little boy who's missing is that you must have a head skunk pushing you. We know who you are, head skunky. So keep on pushing, skunk mouth. Keep on spraying your little skunks with your rotten skunk smell. We hear you, we see you, we smell you, and we will hunt you. Love, Dog the Bounty Hunter, aka Skunk Hunter." I mean, I've heard of skank, but I've never heard of skunk. I mean, I've heard of skunk, but not someone calling someone a skunk. But I digress. I digress. It's very interesting. I don't think they said it on Smiley's, though. He showed a post allegedly from someone claiming to be on Josh's live last night. He showed a post allegedly for someone claiming to be Robin, who posted on KP's lie detector test was inconclusive and that she took uh how do I no comment. I'll just say I don't believe she ever passed a polygraph, in my opinion. Oh God, True Sleuth, thank you so much, honey. Goodness gracious, thank you so much. I'm trying to get sick again, guys. I feel it. I'm telling you. Justin, in my opinion, CP is a master at erasing things. Animals. I need a clap for that. Yes. Things, animals, people whom he does not like. Out of sight, out of mind. So, not surprising, CP would throw away a child's bed, in my opinion. CP tolerates children at best. But with Sebastian, he seems embarrassed by him because he is not normal. Yes, I think, like I said, I agree. If he was on, if he was the, the star athlete, right? Yes, but I agree with that. I agree with that. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. It's always very generous of you, True Sleuth. Thank you so much, my dear. Really appreciate you. Love you to pieces. Drew K, thank you, my dear, for gifting a pearl necklace. Very sweet of you, my dear. If you received that, please thank Drew, our sweet Drew, for doing that. Thank you, True Sleuth, my sweetie, as well. I know Nick they had mentioned KP taking. Well, I'll just say that there has been a lot of I think that is how, in my opinion, Katie deals with things. Justin, the post about Sebastian by Dog is deleted. They deleted it? Thank you so much. Yes, very generous. I saw found remains, but said confirmation would take a while. Julie, I don't know. Who you're talking about, dear? If there's stinky feet, there are stinky socks. It's a so that's fake. Well, then, you know what? This needs to be sent to dog. I'm going to send this to dog because people can't be faking his stuff. You can't do that. You can't fake someone's. That's terrible. No, law enforcement never confirmed it was Elijah, but it's probably Elijah. Well, they did speak about it. Hey, Ebony, how do we know CP wasn't out planting Sebastian's? I don't think that's gonna work too well. You know what I mean? Oh my God, it's my guidance and truth.
Hello, my love. Okay, so it was such a busy day, and I was trying to keep up while I was at work. I'm looking at the and it
You're
doesn't
looking at
look like
what?
it's fake. It's his hand. It's dog's handle. In the screenshot, it has the check mark, and it's his tag, his handle. As well as his other handles. So something pushed him to delete it, or somebody deleted it. Maybe behind X, I don't know, but that is him.
Huh. Some people are saying it's fake. Some people are saying it's real.
I was just looking at the screenshot, and the handle is the same as his other post.
Did you say ass earlier?
Did I say ass?
Yeah. That's what I thought you said too. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it was maybe I don't know.
Oh, you said app.
But it's the same.
App.
Yeah.
Oh.
His at handle.
Okay. Sorry.
At Dog Bounty Hunter matches his other tags. Because if it was like a fake or a duplicate, it would have been like at Dog Bounty Hunter 1 or dot or period or something small but different.
Could they have made it up, or could they have clipped it?
Because this is where Nick, I saw it with my own eyes, and then I clicked into it and saw it on his page too. So that's why I took the screenshot of it earlier today. And then also, one thing that I caught interesting is the last update that Nick did have is anybody that mentions any of the 3 parents will be blocked or deleted on the page.
What?
Yeah, that's his newest little live that he did on X, which I thought was interesting too. Like, well, he went from doing all of this, and now if you say any of the 3 parents' names, not allowed, or they'll be deleted.
He is saying no bashing allowed. in his YouTube. But I mean, doesn't he go hard for the foots?
Yeah, but apparently after his last update, what was it? I want to say around 5. It was around 5. He made a little short live on YouTube and said that that no longer that will be happening for now until they give further direction on their channel or his channel and page.
Well, like, yes, I watched Nick before you came on. He said if anyone mentions their names, you will be blocked. Yeah, I mean, it seems like that. I agree with that, Kimbo. I think that's who most people are focused on.
Let me double check because I'm pretty sure that I had clicked in and saw that post today, and then I went to go. I went in and looked at all of it myself. It didn't look fake at all, and it went right to his page when you click onto the repost of the original poster. But yeah, all of that has happened. But I don't want to keep you too long.
So I don't understand that any tip and comments would be vetted if found to be false would be deleted. Yeah, people feel one way or another about him. I don't. I mean, I've heard he's got a past, but I also appreciate that he's doing what he can.
That's true. They are ruffling feathers and making Sebastian a conversation on a few places that haven't been. So I do appreciate that.
No, it was my account that was blocked.
Really
Melody, sorry.
Oh, you're good. I didn't really know about him until Danilo.
I'd never heard of him till the other day.
And I remember them blasting this stuff back then, but I totally forgot about it until it was blasted again.
I don't know. I was wondering that myself, True Sleuth. Maybe they want him to go a little more stealth. Or maybe Dog.
Possibly.
Or
well, you did see that.
I mean, do we know he's actually working with Dog? Do we? I mean, they repost each other stuff, but
yeah.
Do we know for a fact he's? I think Dog may have told him to calm down a little bit, if anything.
Possibly.
Because he was going a little hard,
Yeah, and did you see that he admitted that the truth serum was a publicity stunt?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the truth serum was I don't know, man.
Which I anticipated that to be in the beginning, but it really made everybody jump out for that one.
Oh, yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah. Justin, please make it crystal clear that it's 2 different Nicks. What do you mean 2 different Nicks? 2 different Nicks? I don't know about 2 different Nicks.
I don't either.
Everything he said on his live today was the opposite of what he's been saying. What time did he go live?
Pretty much.
What happened to?
On his Twitter.
Okay, something's up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just change like that overnight. I'm sorry.
Yep. And he's been hinting to a big change. But I'm going to go. I love you. Talk to you later.
Huh? Hello? Okay. I guess she went. It is the same Nick. He has many accounts. Okay. Top Dog wants to find Sebastian. Because the guy that came out with the 25,000 to find Sebastian, that first Nick, and then there's Nick Barris. Oh, okay, gotcha. Not Nick Barris at all. Not Nick Barris at all. Not Nick Barris at all. She said, "Love you. Talk to you later." Yeah, she's like, it kind of reminds me of like when I was really broke back in the day, and I needed to call. I would call collect, and I'd be like, "Hey, it's me, Justin. I'm at the store. Do you want anything?" Or something really quick. I'd be like, "Hey, I'm standing by the store. Come pick me up, please. Hurry up. Bye." It would be like, say your name. You know how it would say your name after the tone. And be like, hey, I'm Justin. Pick me up at the store. I'm at 5th and Main. Thanks. Bye. um, I don't know. I do think people are. Remember those days, Lisa? Yeah. I think people are scared because of dog. You know what I mean? I think because he don't remember. Oh, I know y'all did it. Yeah, I know y'all did it too. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, I remember those days. What is a tweaker? Let's see. What is it? How do we define a tweaker? Think of someone on the side of the street who's looking like they're doing disco in 2024. That's a tweaker. Okay. Guidance twins and the barking dog came running. Love you. Sorry. Oh no, you're fine, Guidance. You're fine. That's what a tweaker is. Jonesing. Now it's gonna be like Justin said Jonesin was a tweaker. I did not. Rhonda, you talk very quickly.
No, did I?
No, I'm just kidding.
I just have one more point I forgot earlier that I wanted to bring up. For the past 6 months, we've been hearing that the parents have been cooperating with law enforcement, and then we have gotten the recent definition of it. And I'm pretty certain in a few of the reports from reporters, I haven't heard reporters saying regarding CP and KP, they are mostly cooperating. Mostly doesn't mean 100%.
No, and cooperating doesn't mean you violate your rights either, right?
Right, but the fact that they're saying mostly doesn't mean they're fully cooperating.
And that could be true as well.
And how many times have we heard in other cases where they've said the parents are fully cooperating? We've heard fully so many times regarding other cases, but then this just kind of hit me that mostly.
Yes. Yep. Actually, the one woman, she's like mostly cooperating in the beginning or something like that, didn't she said?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few statements, but if you think of mostly cooperating, that's not fully cooperating.
No.
Just a thought.
But even if they say they're fully cooperating, it doesn't mean that they're speaking. Well, it doesn't mean they're speaking, because you don't have to violate your rights to cooperate.
Right.
You get what I'm?
They legally couldn't say they're mostly cooperating if they truly were just invoking that right not to speak, correct?
Right. If you don't speak and you do everything else that they've asked you, that means you're cooperating. Speaking has nothing to do with cooperation. Zero, because that is a constitutional right. Right. And
I just don't see
if they
law enforcement
yeah.
using mostly
Oh, I agree.
with parents that would be fully, like I believe Seth has fully cooperated.
No, cooperating actually doesn't mean that 1-800. Cooperating, she says cooperating means they are answering the questions that are being asked. That's all it means. It actually does not mean that. You do not have to ask questions. You do not have to answer anything when you are being asked by law enforcement. You have the constitutional right. It's hard for a lot of people. You have the constitutional right to not say nothing, and that not held against you in any way. In any way.
I just wanted to toss out that I caught that mostly a few times.
I did understand that as well. Yes. Yeah. You have the right. Yeah, you have the right to be silent, and that is the right. The right, right? So that is your constitutional right.
Right. And I'm not saying they did not fully cooperate, but in my opinion, when it comes out with mostly, that means there was something they didn't, but there's not enough to make a big deal about it at this point.
Yeah. Well, Mark Redwine and Letitia Stout cooperated with the police at first too. Yes. Yeah. And I mean, they can't say you're not cooperating if something is your constitutional right. That means it can not be held against you. Those things, your constitutional rights, if you invoke them, they cannot be held against you. So.
Yeah, well, that was just my tiny little red flag because of the word mostly in front of cooperating. And I just wanted to get it out there because sometimes little things can be big things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, the little, yes, absolutely. Little words.
Thank you so much.
No problem, darling. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. And my phone just died, I think. Did my phone die? It doesn't mean you're telling what really happened and what you really did. Well, I mean, this is the thing. If they ask you to come down to the station, right? That is considered cooperating, right? Now, they can ask you, do you want to speak? Right? After they read you your Miranda rights. And you say, yes, no, or I want an attorney, right? Now, if you say no, or I want an attorney, that cannot be held against you that you did not speak to them, because that is your constitutional right to not speak or have an attorney. That doesn't mean you're not cooperating. We think as every day that because if someone is not speaking, that means they're not cooperating. Or if they are speaking, they are cooperating. But that is not how it is legally used in the technical term. So, yes, you have the right. And that is your constitutional rights. they can never use your constitutional rights, whether you invoke them against you ever, because they are your God-given rights in this country. And I recommend anytime, if you are ever read those, it's best to have an attorney. I'm just saying, whether, it doesn't mean you're guilty of anything at all, but it's sorry, I'm getting some messages. Um Sorry, I just got a message. Never says. Um yes, I think this is a very important message. Hey Leslie, thank you so much. Do you know whatever happened with the hit the dog got at the landfill search? Well, the only thing we know, right? The only thing we know is that, according to law enforcement, that there has never been a scent of Sebastian anywhere outside of his home, right? This is very important, and I really think about this message quite a bit. I was told by a close. Okay, where we find it here. Okay. Katie was outside with police when she went to take her kids to school. She stopped and asked what happened. Katie told her she told Sebastian to go to bed around 9 o'clock. She fell asleep on the couch, never mentioning the conversation between her and Chris. Woke up around 11:30, went in to check on Sebastian, which she previously said she didn't do anymore now that he's older. He must have been awake because his lights or a light was on, according to the neighbor's Ring camera. She said she told Sebastian to go to bed. He had to get up early the next morning. She walks across her house to go to her bed. As she's walking through the kitchen, she hears a loud noise. She yells back at Sebastian, asking him what that was. He says, "Nothing, Mom, go to bed." So she does. According to the neighbor close to them, the Ring camera shows the light going on and off because it's so dark. This neighbor also mentioned seeing a silhouette in the front room, possibly dining room, window for a couple minutes, and then all the lights go off. Neither Chris nor Katie ever mentioned any of that. I think that's something we need to remember. You know what I mean? Jackie, thank you so very much, my dear. Jackie, then later she was on the phone. Well, it's interesting how she says she hears something as she's going to bed, and she yells and says, "Are you okay in there?" And Sebastian says, "I'm okay, Mom, go to bed." Why does KP always start with Sunday? Makes me think something. I do too. I believe it happened on Sunday. Thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mini Panthers, good to see you, my dear. Thank you for gifting a pearl necklace. Pearls look amazing on you. I wonder the same thing, Tasha. I wonder the same thing. I mean, if KK is in the kitchen and Sebastian is in the bed, who's the man in the middle? On the phone with, told her to put the dogs up and go to bed. She said she did. Like turning off the breaker box. No, I don't think the lights went off like turning off a breaker box or anything like that. I think it's just very dark in the area. Do you remember hearing about the hit at the landfill? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Yes, Madhouse Mama. I've noticed that too. It's like they're red. Didn't she say the dog slept with? Yes, she did say the dog slept with them during when Mr. Foot is not home. I don't know. Absolutely, considering she said she wants a bat at 12 o'clock. I mean, she would have to be at work early the next day, right? Mr. Foot's going to have to be okay at work early the next day. A song. Okay. Let me see. So I don't understand why it would be that late. Oh, wow. Someone just sent me something very interesting. I've never seen that. One second. Millersville police live updates. Oh. I think there is Millersville being raided right now? Let me check. Millersville Police, Tennessee. They were raided the other day, but I don't think now. Dog slept with her when, yes, always. I think it was yesterday. Trevor still has his videos up. He has some of them up still. Maybe. I know he doesn't have Nina's up anymore. Stevie keeps referring to law enforcement as has asked me not to speak on that, but I actually believe it was his sister at the Sumner County Sheriff. Listen, his sister doesn't work for the Sumner County Sheriff's, guys. They don't. I believe the silhouette was caught. Yes, because they've seen it. Is Brandy in here, guys? Please pray for Brandy. Even if she's not in here, please pray for Brandy. Brandy Neal. Some of these county jails are being raided. Well, it seems like there was a lot of corruption, not construction. Wouldn't you just say my son is missing? That's what I was thinking, Gigi. You know, it seems like a lot to talk about. To just say all of that. But, you know, if there is foul play, you might want to tell people that for a reason, right? That much stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm going to have to jump off here. I'm going to have to take some medicine or something. I am getting sick again. I can feel it. He said they were going back on the second day, but something's really something with that landfill, I'm telling you. Yes, keep Randy in your prayers. I sent you a text. Okay, I'm going to charge my phone right now because it's dead as a door now. Thank you all. If I feel like it, I may come back here in a little bit on my other channel. We'll see. If not, I will be live on my computer right now. Guys, I wish I could. I'm sorry. Text me. Can you hear me? Mamie, can you hear me? Hold on. Guys, can you hear her? Yes. You've got something on in the background. Okay. Hey, call me back in like 10 minutes. I need to charge my phone, okay? All right, thanks. Bye. Yeah, it's something wrong with the microphone. All right, guys. But I will be live at 9 a.m. for Breaking Betty news. Okay. I will be live a lot tomorrow. We've got Breaking Betty news. We got true crime going on. And then we have the presidential debate tomorrow. So you don't want to miss all the fun. Okay? You don't want to miss it. I will be here at 9:30. Pray for everyone in all of this situation. Yes, it's gonna be a day tomorrow. You need to cover the pets getting eaten in Ohio? What? Hey, another round. Oh, is he okay, True Sleuth? I'll text you in a minute. Is he okay? Pray for True Sleuth's Poochie tomorrow. What do you mean Springfield, Ohio? People's getting dogs eaten there or something? Shut up. What part of Ohio was it again? I'm close by. So they probably don't have any in the animal shelter, I'm guessing right now. What part of Springfield, Ohio? Springfield, Ohio map. that is more toward the middle part of Ohio, almost, but it's more toward Indiana, I guess you could say. Let me show you this. It's right there. Right there. Springfield, Ohio. Oh, I'm going to. It's a racist rumor, in my opinion. Pet cat alert. They are eating cats, dogs, ducks, birds, anything they can catch. Oh, wow. I mean, the ducks and the chickens and stuff, go for it, but not the kitties and not the doggies. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see if it's true. And if it's some truth and some BS. I'll let you know. Yes. But I mean, different cultures eat different things, I don't think you should really eat a dog or a cat though, in my opinion. They are beheading the park ducks. I mean, that's not very nice. Right. It's not very nice. We've been dealing with this in Houston for a few years now. Illegals eating possums, cats. That's just sad to me, no matter. Okay, butterfly kisses. I wish Silver would come over. He needs to do a live with me. I wonder if he would do a live with me. Does he do lives? It is for me too. It is me too, Carmelita. I can't deal with the animals, children, handicap, mentally, physically. They probably eat roadkill too. Listen, I'm Appalachian. He's done lives. Okay. Okay. They poison the stray cats. That's terrible. It's just sad to me that this is America and that anybody's that hungry. Like, you got to be pretty hungry to do something like that. Right? You got to be pretty hungry to talk about that. We will be live tomorrow during the presidential debate. The only thing I wish is that everyone remain respectful of others' beliefs. We're all Americans at the end of the day. And if you're not American, then you can let loose, I guess, because I don't know. We do waste so much. We waste more than any other country in the world, I think. So, all right, guys. Love you all. Yeah, I don't really like to do politics, but I want to watch it. I know you guys do too. Will you do a poll for tomorrow that we will all agree to disagree and not turn up in your chat for the election? Yeah. Yes. Listen, I can't be having none of that. All hands and legs inside the vehicle respectfully agree to disagree tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. All right, guys. Love, loves.